see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone.
So we are waiting for the green flag to drop. We are go, and again we see Pyko Hakimi does take the advantage, but we see Jasmine Jolly on the inside line. Is he going to close the door? He does not able to close the door. That is going to be a good move by Pyko Hakimi, putting pressure on Qsara, who suddenly oversteers just now, but still maintaining first position. Qsara is under pressure, but Jasmine Jolly does get back his position number 2. That is what I'm talking about. If you're not careful, you will lose position. Jasmine Jolly does get his second place, and now Arcade is under pressure. Jasmine Jolly might concede to lose because Pyko Hakimi does go from the outside, turning into beautifully. Will it be a fruition? Yeah, Jasmine Jolly has to concede to Pyko Hakimi. Dan bagi Abel, that was a very dangerous, again daripada Abel, a very ambitious daripada Tengku Jan. Sebentar tadi boleh dikatakan cara pemotongan tadi Mika memang tidak berpuas hati, tetapi orang kata apa, well, it's not us to decide, let the steward or kata marshal yang uruskan. Tetapi that was a very risky move. Kalau tidak, dua-dua tu confirm akan terkeluar daripada padang daripada Abel ni lumba kereta, bukannya mengulas bola. Ada throw in tadi. Tak ada throw in tadi. Tetapi orang kata apa, the biggest question is daripada mananya datang Tengku Jan. Dua ni. Tengku Jan dan juga Freddy Ang, sebab Freddy Ang is still in that top 5 position, tetapi Tengku Jan naik 7-8 anak tangga. So Abel sekarang ni nampak, adakah mungkin we see the partnering antara Aiman Haziq dan juga Mika ketika pitting?
Ada kemungkinan.
Yeah.
Sekarang Pyko Hakimi baru saja keluar pada turn ketiga, masih kekal dalam lita, dan sambil itu Nevski Chin, Tarmizi, Mazdi Madini dan juga Zikri memasuki pit untuk mengisi minyak, dan sekarang Tengku Jan masih lagi tempat ke-8 dan Akib Asarun tempat ke-10 di belakang Bobby Farid.
And also Bobby Farid dah pit, so he has a lot of fuel because he go pit early. Abang rasa top 10 is in the lane. So jadi Pyko Hakimi, are you going to pit now? Because if you are pitting now, it's going to be with only 5 minutes worth of fuel.
Masih
Pyko
lagi
is not pitting.
Sambil itu Iman Danish cuba memintas di bahagian luar. Pyko Hakimi kekal di bahagian dalam. Adakah berjaya Iman Danish untuk memintas? Saya percaya turn 2 Iman Danish akan berada di hadapan. Wow, nampaknya Iman Danish masih lagi kekal di hadapan, terus memintas Pyko Hakimi dan Wan Li Kui. Ketiga-tiga mereka masih lagi tidak mahu memasuki pit. Harap cukup untuk sampai ke pit kan?
Well, they better be, because kita lihat sekarang ni Freddy Ang telah pun masuk ke dalam pit. At this moment in time, kalau diorang tak nak masuk pit, we will have a car stranded di atas lita nanti.
Sudah pun memintas ketiga-tiga beliau. Kavideski sekarang memimpin perlombaan.
White flag! No! Wow! You guys went into the pit when the white flag is coming out. That is so not the plan. Pyko Hakimi should be stopping right now. Akid Basarov jumps.
Pyko Hakimi tak pit.
Pyko Hakimi is not pitting. Is he going all the way for the last lap with no pit stop? What strategy is he using? He has been pushing all day long. Oh, it cannot be because
Aiman Haziq juga tidak pit. Suka saya ingatkan regulation kita dalam perlombaan ini, mandatory pit in, maknanya risiko yang besar diambil oleh Pyko Hakimi dan juga Aiman Haziq tidak pit, memberi ruang pada Kavinder, Iman Danish, Wan Li Kui sudah pun keluar pit, dan Tengku Jan ke-6 sekarang ni. So risiko agak besar oleh Pyko Hakimi ambil. Mungkin dia tak expect ini last lap.
Pyko Hakimi has to concede. Kavinder Singh will take the inside line. He might take the checkered flag. It's going to be Kavinder Singh out of nowhere, out of the blue moon. Interlagos just makes it happen for the Hyperbole driver Kavinder Singh to take the checkered flag. Mika drops second, Iman Danish dropped third. Tengku Jan also gets number 3 because Aiman Haziq surging tadi.
Betul, the flying sing of iRacing Malaysia, Kavinder Singh berjaya untuk memenangi, memintas Pyko Hakimi di saat-saat betul-betul saat-saat akhir untuk betul menjuarai pusingan kedua. Rakan pengulas kita itu Victor Ang.
Hey, welcome. I'm glad to be back here again. We're going to be having another day of racing here this weekend, and yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen next.
Alright, kalau semalam kita berlumba dengan TCR ataupun WTCR Spec Car, hari ini kita akan berlumba di kategori yang seterusnya, iaitu Global Mazda MX-5 Cup. So macam kita saksikan pusingan-pusingan seterusnya. Sebelum ini banyak aksi-aksi menarik. Contohnya minggu lepas kita dapat saksikan Mika Hakimi dipotong saat akhir oleh Kevin Racing disebabkan kekurangan minyak. So hari ini sekali lagi kita akan menjanjikan satu lagi saingan yang baik atau saingan yang sengit di Lita yang dinamakan sebagai Watkins Glen International.
Yeah, the Glen, such a legendary circuit, and even though it wasn't quite well appreciated during its heyday, I think nowadays, people look back at this with such a new light again, because it's such a good flowy circuit. It's got so many banked corners, and it's such a joy to ride on.
It's very high speed. It's very high
very,
speed. So kami berdua berkesempatan,
right?
Kami berdua tadi berkesempatan untuk mencuba sendiri memandu menggunakan kereta yang sama dan juga Lita yang sama yang akan berlumba sebentar lagi. So memang sangat-sangat challenging, sangat-sangat mencabar untuk kami untuk menamatkan even satu pusingan untuk dapatkan masa yang terbaik. So seperti yang sedia maklum, berbeza dengan TCR, rules untuk MX-5 ni adalah fixed setup, di mana setiap pelumba tidak boleh menukar setup-setup yang telah ditetapkan oleh kita, dan berbeza dengan semalam mereka boleh open setup, macam-macam setup. So ini bermakna cara pemanduan dan juga skill memainkan peranan.
Yeah, it's going to be all about skill, because of these fixed setups. All the cars basically going to feel the same, going to have all the same strengths as well as weaknesses. So, and what I will expect to see during the qualifying as well is that the field is going to be way more closer compared to the TCRs. Yeah, because there's just very little variation, especially when you're racing at this level.
Yap, dan juga format untuk perlombaan hari ini juga berbeza dengan semalam. 40 minit lamanya satu race saja, tapi 40 minit, dan perancangan planning setiap pasukan dan pelumba juga memainkan peranan yang penting. So nama-nama yang sedia maklum seperti Mika Hakimi, Teguh Jan, Imban Danish, Hisham Ahmad juga ada hari ini, Bobby Farid still here, Kevin Racing juara pusingan sebelum ini, Muhammad Syukran, Tarmizi dan juga Miza Syami. Ramai pelumba-pelumba muda dan juga pelumba yang berpengalaman akan beraksi sesama sendiri dan menjanjikan aksi yang menarik untuk anda.
Yeah, even the guys who have raced in the TCR race yesterday were still going to have another chance to get some action today as well. So I can't wait to see how that's going to turn out, because it's going to be quite a bit different, I think, compared to yesterday's race.
Alright, suka saya ingin memberitahu atau announce pada anda, kita berterima kasih banyak-banyak pada main sponsor kita, XOX, ONEXOX, dan juga official partner kita, MABO Racing. Ni dia depan ni, MABO Racing, Qsara Printing, dan juga dikuasakan oleh Trumpet, Komanz Production, Pyko, dan juga media partner kita, Pitstop TV.
Yeah, special thanks to all the sponsors who basically allow us to make this event happen here for 4 seasons running now.
Yep.
It's all thanks to these guys.
Yap, macam kita dapat saksikan macam-macam plan yang menarik ditawarkan untuk anda kepada user-user dan juga mungkin new user. Cepat-cepat subscribe. Itu dah plan-plan di bawah ni.
Yeah.
So macam-macam, mesti amat menarik. Saya sendiri ada pakai ONEXOX, coverage sangat-sangat bagus.
Yep. So, I mean, we're going to be going to our hot laps first, but I just want to kind of catch up a little bit about how the MX-5 Cup has been, at the last 2 races. So, what are kind of like your cliff notes about it?
So, macam kita katakan tadi, ini adalah fixed setup. So, lebih kepada cara pemanduan dan juga perancangan setiap driver. So, persaingan yang amat sengit di antara mereka. Contoh, sekarang ni setiap pelumba tengah melakukan practice lap. Kita dapat saksikan lap time mereka sangat rapat. Contohnya tempat pertama sehingga tempat ke-6 sama time 0.07, berbezakan perpuluhan saat sahaja, dan sehingga ke tempat ke-16 02 minit 08. So what you can expect?
I mean, would you say
very close.
Would you say the racing is much closer, compared to the guys in the TCR?
Betul. Lagi rapat. Macam kita dapat saksikan semalam, open setup dah cukup rapat, dah cukup banyak insiden dan juga banyak drama. So hari ni I can tell you, akan lagi banyak. Bukan insiden yang kita nak, tetapi action daripada setiap pelomba.
Yeah, it's going to be a real test of skill as well, because when you can't adjust the setup on your car, that means you just literally have to use your own. You have to adjust your own driving style, to suit the car itself. So, speaking as a driver itself, how difficult it is for some drivers to do that kind of transition.
Betul, memang transition agak berbeza berbanding semalam front wheel drive car, heavier car. So hari ni very light car, and then rear wheel drive. So throttle control, braking control, steering control amat penting. Smooth is fast. That's what I can say.
Oh, of course, yeah, and especially given that this is a single make series, right? So you make one mistake, that's going to be like tenfold the amount of damage that's going to do to your time, right? So yeah, it's all about just treading a line, making sure you get the perfect lap almost every single time.
Betul, terutama sekali pada high speed corner dan juga ada bus stop chicane. Itu sangat-sangat kritikal dan juga teknikal di situ. Tapi sebelum kita saya ingatkan pada anda semua viewers kita hari ini, jangan lepaskan peluang untuk memenangi hadiah yang menarik yang tertera di skrin sekarang ini. 3 step yang mudah. Follow MABO Racing YouTube dan juga Facebook, like dan juga share bersertakan dengan hashtag seperti berikut: ONEXOX, XOX Malaysia, MABO Racing Team dan juga hashtag XOX Unity League. InsyaAllah anda 3 orang yang berpetuah di penghujung siaran hari ini akan memenangi hadiah-hadiah eksklusif daripada MABO Racing seperti mug eksklusif, lanyard dan juga t-shirt eksklusif daripada MABO Racing Team. Selain pada itu, untuk hadiah secara keseluruhan, grand prize winner juga berpeluang. Hanya 3 terpilih. Bukan hari ini pemenang akan ditentukan, tetapi penghujung season. Grand prize winner bersama dengan MABO Racing Team, race car ride dengan experience driver MABO Racing Team, dan juga anda berpeluang untuk duduk sekali sama-sama berada dalam racing team mereka dengan race engineer, dengan race manager dan juga mengatur strategi macam mana berada dalam feeling sebenar, pelumba sebenar, bukan sim racing, dalam dunia sebenar di lintas Sepang, guys. So mudah saja, share dan juga like bersertakan dengan caption mengapa saya perlu menang hadiah ini. Ni dah t-shirt eksklusif daripada MABO Racing yang Victor pegang. Lanyard yang menarik ni tak ada jual, guys, tak ada jual. Kalau anda yang bertuah, anda akan memiliki. Ni ada satu lagi mark di hadapan ni. 3 winner akan di-announce pada penghujung siaran ni.
Man, I really like the shirt. I mean, I'm going to be really jealous about whoever actually wins this shirt, because it's a very nice shirt.
We are lucky sebab kita dah pakai. Alright, saya difahamkan kita akan terus ke dalam berita dan akan menyaksikan sesi latihan untuk pusingan kedua Mazda MX-5 Cup. Jom kita ke berita.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the Global MX-5 Cup for the XOX Unity League, and we're racing here at the Glen. Those who have raced or even touched a sim racing rig probably will have tried something like this before. The Glen, of course, it's a really old circuit as well. It's been running around since the 60s. It's got a track length of 5.41 kilometers. It is in the United States of America. We're going to be running at 20 degrees Celsius with 72% of humidity. It's going to only be a very, very, very light breeze of 4 kilometers per hour. So that's barely, I think that's probably going to cool down a few people as they come down back straight, isn't it?
Yes, you are right. So kita dapat saksikan sekarang ni sesi latihan masih lagi diungguli oleh pelumba muda kita, Mika Hakimi, yang mencatatkan masa terpantas setakat ini 2 minit 06.6 saat diikuti oleh siapa lagi, ada Tengku Jan sendiri 2 minit 06.83 saat. So sesi latihan hampir saja untuk ditamatkan, kurang 2 minit sekarang ni untuk saksikan lap time di atas tu, dan juga kedudukan antara mereka Mika Hakimi, Tengku Jan, Iman Danish, Aiman Haziq, Isyak Ahmad, Muhammad Zikri Lestania, Wan Liku, Nazmi Fazil dan juga Bobby Farid melengkapkan top 10 kita buat masa ini. Tapi selepas tamatnya sesi latihan ini, ada sesi qualifying yang akan menentukan grade permulaan setiap pelomba.
Yeah, I especially love the fact that, looking at the lap times here, the top 4 are just basically split by, altogether, if you just add on the gaps between them, it's barely even half a second, right? So it's so close with each other, and just goes to show that to nail a good qualifying lap here, it's going to be all about the details, the little things where you can gain maybe a half a tenth here and half a tenth over there. All of those will add up over the course of the entire lap.
Betul, setiap saat ataupun setiap perpuluhan saat akan diambil kira untuk menentukan anda di hadapan atau di belakang kita. Saksikan sekarang driver cam daripada Calvin Racing, kalau kita dapat lihat semalam dia tidak menggunakan VR dan berjaya mendapatkan kedudukan yang agak baik, tapi hari ini berbeza dengan semalam bila menggunakan VR, dan saya percaya bila nak mahu mengulangi kejayaan yang dilakukan pada minggu lepas ataupun pada pusingan kedua pun, di mana beliau dapat memintas Mika Hakimi pada saat akhir untuk menjuarai pusingan kedua, Victor.
Well, I mean, it's going to be one to see whether or not he'll be able to repeat that, but two as well for Mika to see whether or not he'll be able to keep his fuel fuel tank wet by the time we get to the end of the race. So it's all going to be about strategy as well, I got to say, because again, with everything being fixed on all these cars, it's again details. How much fuel you put in will also determine how quickly you're going to be able to go. But then if you don't carry enough fuel, you have to take a pit stop. When you want to take the pit stop, that's all down to your strategy.
Betul, kita sudah pun menamatkan sesi latihan dan sekarang sesi qualifying ataupun sesi catatan masa terpantas sudah pun dimulakan 10 saat yang lalu. So kita menantikan setiap pelumba untuk keluar daripada itu, dan kita dapat saksikan daripada penghujung skrin itu semua pelumba berasak-asak berlumba-lumba untuk memulakan di bahagian hadapan supaya mendapat clean air, tidak ada orang yang mengganggu di bahagian pada mereka, dan mereka akan mencatatkan masa yang terbaik dengan clean air di hadapan mereka.
Yeah, not only that, like if you are able to catch up with some of the guys as well, you can get a tow, off of the back straight, and even some of the really quick sections of this track, especially the first section, it's literally flat out all the way until you reach the inner loop bus stop chicane. So that's going to be one place where grabbing a tow there can probably add maybe a tenth or two into your time just for free.
Ya, ini dah kita bersama pelumba muda kita. Dia bukan saja pelumba dalam e-racing, tetapi pelumba dalam dunia sebenar. Victor memang familiar dengan dia sebab dia antara salah seorang pelumba TGR. So dia akan memandu untuk Karuh Motorsport. Dia juga pelumba bersama-sama saya dalam MSF sebelum ni. Oh, dia menang, saya nombor 3. Tak
I love the fact that Mirza is also using his signature number 97, so it's going to be very recognizable on that track there for sure. But I would love to see what he'll be able to do in this virtual reality here, because I know what he's capable of on the real track, and let's see if those skills really transfer well here in iRacing.
Yep, kalau pada pusingan-pusingan sebelum ni agak kurang menasib baik dengan Malaysia tidak dapat mencatatkan podium finish. Kita berdoakan supaya beliau berjaya untuk mendapatkan masa yang terbaik untuk memulakan untuk memberi saingan pada pelumba-pelumba yang lain. Dan sekarang kita bersama dengan pelumba dari pasukan Kiwi Racing. Wow, Kiwi New Zealand. Iaitu Muhammad Zikri, dan sekarang kita dengan Mika Hakimi daripada Dusseldorf Blue Steel Racing yang sentiasa memberi saingan, sentiasa memberi cabaran pada pelumba-pelumba di hadapan. Dan kita dapat lihat Aiman Haziq di belakang beliau, satu tim atau teammate yang sentiasa memberi sokongan, sentiasa memberi laluan kepada Mika Hakimi untuk terus berada di hadapan.
I wonder if their position right now is going to be good enough for them to trade toes with each other, because they might need that to stay competitive. But in any case, let's see what kind of times we're going to be expected, because this is the first batch of drivers having already finished their out lap. They're going to be starting their hot lap right about now, with Mika Hakimi leading the charge at the moment. So the only the thing is, he has a really clear track in front of him. The thing is that everyone that's behind him is going to be able to grab the toe off of him. So I don't know how that's going to affect the qualifying performance later on. And we're now coming through turns 2, 3, and 4. This is a very quick, flowy section here, and you're practically flat out, full throttle all the way in these MX-5s, because they don't really have the power to just run all the way out. But then you still keep your pedal to the metal, coming to the back straight over here, and this is going to be where you're going to be watching for your restroom points, because inner loop comes up, you're going to be tapping the brake a little bit, turning in, and then dashing yourself right onto the curbs. Look at how wild the car really bucks as it comes up on those curbings there. Then once you reach your outer loop, it's only a mild lit off. You don't really need to touch the brake to get through this corner, because it's very nicely banked, and a little bit of understeer towards the exit as well as you go full throttle to meet the next corner, which is the chute. Now this is where you're going to have to brake and then trail it all the way down, keeping your car neutral and steady until you reach the exit, and it's going to be a straight charge towards the toe. Now toe is going to be kind of interesting because it slopes uphill, but it's also banked as well. You hit the brakes a little bit, you shift down to 2, because once you get to the boot, it's going to be uphill until you reach the crest. Now, you're just going to continue to keep your pedal to the metal all the way up until you can see the entry into heel. Now, heel, you're going to have to brake again, downshift down to 2, and then turn in nice and tidy and watch for the exit, because that's where you're going to want to hit the gas. Then you're going to be coming up to the final set of turns. Turn 9 is going to be quite a bit sharp, so you're going to be braking a little bit harder, but not by too much. It's still going a little bit uphill, but it's going to be the exit you're going to have to watch out for, because you're getting very, very close to those tire barriers. Then turn 10 is going to be a fairly straightforward acute angle to just navigate here. You can take it in third gear. Turn 11, this is where you're going to tap the brake a little bit, not so much to slow down, but more or less you kind of like guide your nose to the car to face the exit so they can just fully turn on the gas to get on the main straight, get across the line. What is going to be the time here from Mika Hakimi as he comes across? It's a 2:07.44 Mika, but Tengku Jan, that's right behind him, hits a 2:07.1. What did I say? The toe is going to be so important, isn't it?
Dan nampaknya Mika Hakimi yang berada paling hadapan memberi advantage kepada kenderaan yang berada di belakang, bahagian belakang untuk mendapatkan orang kata apa ni, satu toe yang menarik, dan kita dah terbukti even Aiman Haziq teammate beliau dapat mencetakkan masa lebih pantas pada beliau, dan Tengku Jan selalu membayangi Mika Hakimi dalam perlombaan ini, berjaya mencetakkan masa terpantas setakat ini 2 minit 07.10 saat. Kita saksikan ini driver cam daripada Tengku Jan sendiri. Tu dia chicane bus stop mencecah 160 km guys, dan kita dapat lihat betapa liarnya kereta ni, betapa agresifnya untuk memasuki bahagian corner tu. Kena macam tu, kalau tak buat macam tu kita tak akan dapat masa terpantas, kita tak dapat throttle control yang baik ataupun steering movement yang cantik. Sudah betapa serius yang Tengku Jan dapat saksikan layout yang menarik disajikan untuk anda semua viewers kita pada hari ini. Tengku Jan masih lagi dah berada di hot lap dia, walaupun telah mencatatkan masa terpantas pada first hot lap dia, tetapi sekali lagi dia teruskan lagi untuk mendapatkan saya percaya beliau tadi dia membuktikan telah mencatatkan 1 minit 06 semasa sesi latihan, dan beliau saya percaya dia bilang mahu mengulangi untuk secure tempat pertama dan seterusnya dapat start daripada pole position.
Yeah, you really want to start in pole position in this kind of situation here, even though you still have the reverse grids, but still you really want to have good track position no matter what. So in any case, right now they're going to be going through for the second like hot lap over here. I wonder how is that order going to be changing now, because not only are the tires going to be a little bit more warmer coming this next lap, but the track itself is going to be a lot less green now. So it's going to have a lot more rubber on it. It's going to have a lot more traction, and that's going to give a lot more opportunities for these guys to just squeeze out an extra 3/10 of a second. Just by being able to attack these corners much more aggressively. Coming across the line now, any changes to the running order right now? Aiman Haziq has improved his time, but so has Kelvin Powell and so has Bobby Farid, both taking second and third place respectively in front of Aiman Haziq. And in fact, Tengku Jan has also improved his time, making the fastest of the session so far, 2:06.71. That is fast indeed.
Wow, kita memang menjangkakan Tengku Jan akan mencatatkan masa lebih pantas, tetapi Kelvin Powell from nowhere Kevin Powell untuk pengetahuan Victor, Kevin Powell memberikan saingan menarik pada season ketiga, tetapi agak senyap, agak sunyi pada dua pusingan awal season keempat ini. Tapi kita dapat lihat kebangkitan Kevin Powell sekarang ni terbukti di Glen Circuit ini. Beliau sekarang mencatat masa kedua terpantas di belakang Tengku Jan dan juga Bobby Farid. This is Bobby Farid, our boss, ONEXOX Racing Team Principal, juga mencatatkan masa terpantas beliau untuk menduduki tempat ketiga dengan 2 minit 07.12 saat. Wow.
I really like the wheel that Bobby Farid is using right there, the LED, and I think that's even the Mercedes-Benz badge there, isn't it? Yeah, that's the Fanatec DD right there. So it's a really, really good wheel for him. I mean, you got to have the best tools, right, for the job here.
Correct. Kalau you ada tool yang menarik, yang baik, yang akan memudahkan anda untuk terus bersaing, terus membagi saingan yang menarik, sengit kepada pelumba lain. Sekarang kita dapat saksikan on board bersama Bobby Farid. Itu semalam dia tidak kurang nasib baik, tetapi hari ini dia dapat nak membuktikan yang beliau seorang pelumba yang laju, atau beliau seorang pelumba yang mampu untuk beri saingan pada pelumba-pelumba lain. Contohnya Tengku Jan, Jazri Jali sendiri. Ya, kita lupa tentang Jazri Jali atau JJ berada betul-betul di belakang bos dia, iaitu Jazri Jali daripada ONEXOX Racing Team, mencatatkan masa 2 minit 07.18. Aiman Haziq satu ketika berada tempat kedua, jatuh tempat ke-5 sekarang ni, 2 minit 07. Dia kata Wang Liquid dan juga Mika Hakimi masih lagi belum memperbarui catatan masa beliau, belum lagi mencatat masa terbatas untuk terus berada di kelompok top 5 ataupun top 3 dengan 2 minit 07 saat. Dan sekarang kita bersama Wang Liquid daripada LK1 Racing baru saja keluar dari pit untuk melakukan outlap, untuk memanaskan tayar, untuk mendapatkan temperature dan suhu yang optimum. Seterusnya dapat memberi saingan untuk mencetakkan masa yang lebih pantas.
Yeah, the target right now for everyone is to try to hit the low 207s or even just exceed 206. So the thing is that all I can see right now is only 2 people so far has touched the 206s, and that is Tengku Jan and Kelvin Pao. Bobby Fabi is about a 10th close, and now Jasmine Jali as well. He's also about 2/10 off of 206. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see whether or not, especially given that as the session goes on, the track conditions continue to improve and the lap times will also start to drop as well. So it's still going to be very competitive. Like Tengku Jan can't even let his foot off the gas, proverbially speaking, because he needs to be able to consistently set fastest lap after fastest lap, especially as this track starts to get a lot better in traction.
Ya, sampai itu pemenang pada pusingan kedua sebelum ini, Kelvin Singh baru saja mencetakkan masa beliau dan sekarang menduduki tangga ke-12 sekarang ni. Kelvin Singh dengan 2 minit 07.86 saat, dan saya percaya beliau masih mampu lagi untuk mencetak masa lebih baik berbanding yang ada sekarang ni. Dan kita dapat saksikan juga Iman ini seorang lagi pelumba muda yang juga mencetakkan masa 2 minit 07.48 saat, menduduki di tangga ke-8 di belakang Mika Hakimi yang masih lagi di tangga ke-7. Siapa lagi dapat saksikan? Zulfikri Wajdi tempat ke-17 2 minit 09. Mak Masdi Madini tempat ke-16. Syukran Isdan, Nabil tempat ke-14. Wong Jan pun ada, Fred Ting tempat ke-21, Lester Neo dan juga Hisham Ahmad masih lagi belum mencetakkan apa-apa masa terbatas. Apakah berlaku pada beliau? Adakah beliau masih berada dalam lita ataupun still ataupun masih berada dalam pit?
I don't quite see his number on the track map though, so I can't really quite say for sure what happened to Hisham Ahmad. We'll hope he'll be able to join us because still only less than 5 minutes to go in his qualifying session, so he needs to just set a time there in order to qualify here. But nevertheless, for the rest of the drivers here, I really wonder whether or not Mika is going to be getting a tow anytime soon, because right now he's sitting so far down in 7th place right now. They really need to get a much more competitive time in order to get himself within range of the top 5 here today. But his teammate though, Aiman Haziq, is still up there, so at least he could try to play something in the race later on.
Ya, ni dah kita live bersama dengan Kevin Pau yang agak sunyi pada 2 pusingan awal tapi memberikan saingan menarik pada season yang sebelum ni. Sekarang Kevin Pau membuktikan beliau masih lagi unggul, masih lagi boleh memberi saingan kepada pelumba-pelumba lain. Sampai itu guys, jangan lupa watch and win. Anda layak ataupun anda mungkin akan dapat memenangi hadiah-hadiah menarik daripada MABO Racing Team. Senang saja, follow, like dan share besertakan hashtag yang seperti saya katakan sebelum tadi. Dan sekarang kita live dengan JJ, itu onboard cam, driver cam dengan Jazrin Jali yang sekarang ni menduduki tangga ke-4 dengan masa terbatas beliau 2 minit 07.18 saat. Nampaknya tu daripada situ antara beliau dan juga siapa di belakang tu mungkin akan menghasilkan sesuatu daripada ONEXOX. Agak wide lah di situ. Selekor utama betul-betul menggunakan keseluruhan bahagian litar, tapi mereka perlu berhati-hati. Ada penalty point sekiranya off track.
It's very tricky. You're going to be entering turn 1 really high speed. It's really easy to misjudge the amount of entry speed you've gotten into there, and that will just send you wide. Fortunately enough, that's a big wide runoff area, but later on during the race, you're going to need every last inch of that runoff area, because I guarantee it's going to be quite a huge traffic jam going into that first lap.
Betul, saya dapat katakan Jazrin Jali mungkin banyak ada baby girls. Kalau dapat saksikan behind baby girl. Bagi kat saya beranak saya banyak anak perempuan. So sedikit iklan gitu. So still bersama dengan driver cam dengan Jazrin Jali. Dan sekarang Syah Ahmad baru saja mencetakkan masa untuk menduduki tangga ke-15 sekarang ni dengan 2 minit 08.45 saat. Bermakna Syah Ahmad ada dalam teriak, ada dalam lita untuk memberi saingan. Dan sampai itu Ahmad Nabil juga di situ dengan tempat ke-14 1 minit 2 minit 07. Dan sekarang ni kita bersama Kelvin Singh masih lagi di tangga ke-12 dengan 2 minit 07.861 saat. Adakah Kelvin akan berjaya memperbarui kedudukan beliau seterusnya terus untuk berada atau memberi saingan kepada pelumba di bahagian depan? Kita nantikan sehingga tamatnya sesi qualifying yang sekarang kurang lagi 2 minit ataupun kurang 3 minit lagi untuk tamatkan.
Yeah, it's just going to be literally run to the checkered flag here. I mean the end of the session, I should say, not a checkered flag. But yeah, Kelvin there, a bit disappointing to see that he's not able to improve his time by much, and like being in the high 207s there is going to be quite hard for him as well.
Close to the wall.
I mean, he's really pushing very hard, but he
he
absolutely needs to do that. He needs to try to improve his position here in order to try to maintain competitiveness in this championship.
Tidak approach di turn yang terakhir, turn yang ke-11. Adakah Kelvin Singh dapat memperbaharui catatan masa beliau untuk terus berada di hadapan ataupun tidak? Kita saksikan sebentar saja lagi Kelvin akan cross the finish line, cross the line. Apakah cerita masa tu beliau? Tidak dapat
too
memberi. Dah agak pelan di situ 2 minit 08. So nampaknya Kevin masih lagi belum berjaya untuk memperbarui catatan. Dia agak dia nak masuk pit tu maknanya. Nampaknya Tengku Jan masih lagi unggul. Tidak siapa lagi yang dapat memintas Tengku Jan buat masa ini. Sesi qualifying hanya kurang dari 1 minit saja untuk ditamatkan. Tengku Jan masih lagi dalam lita walaupun berada di antara nombor 81 situ dan juga 2 pelumba XOX cuba mendapatkan di atas satu sama lain ni dah. Nampaknya 81 bagi laluan kepada nombor 494 ni.
I see that. There's a really good strategy there. I mean, he already has.
Jazrin Jali is there already fourth.
Yeah.
So Tarmizi sekarang tempat ke-14 ingin memberi kata satu tour yang menarik untuk mendapatkan masa yang terbatas.
See, this is exactly what we mean when we talk about being a team player right there. You know, you give the toe to your teammate, you'll be able to improve their time. And speaking of improving your time, Mika Hakimi has finally touched the 206s, set a 206.94. That's going to be enough to shoot him all the way up to second place. So he's probably going to be right alongside Tengku Jan in the start.
Wow, itu dah saingan. Ini baru qualifying guys, belum race lagi. Just qualifying saja. Sekarang maknanya 3 pelumba telah pun mencatatkan masa 2 minit 06, iaitu Tengku Jan, Mika Hakimi dan Kevin Pau. Dan Bobby Farid still in the track, masih lagi dalam lita untuk cuba memperoleh catatan masa, tapi masih lagi dalam 2 minit 07. Dan juga Jazrin Jali masih kekal tempat kelima, jatuh satu anak tangga, maafkan saya, sebab Mika Hakimi dah naik ke tangga ke-2. Dan ni dah Kelvin Pau mungkin dah berpuas hati dengan second row start atau tidak. Checker flag sudah pun dikibarkan, bermakna sesi qualifying baru saja ditamatkan.
Yeah, so that's going to be the places set for now. So it's going to be all hope on that first turn coming into lap number 1 here for everyone involved. But what a shooting last lap that was from Mika Hakimi. I mean, we were almost writing him off towards the end there because he wasn't able to improve, but suddenly out of nowhere sets a 206 and puts him up in the top 2. So wow, that's going to be
sangat menarik.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I can't wait to see if there are going to be more twists and turns later on during the actual race.
Betul, ingin saya shout out pada viewers kita sekarang yang berada di live streaming. Ramai driver yang ada dalam ni. Macam mana dia orang drive sambil komen? Ahmad Nabi, pada Kusyik pada Arif, Zaini Azni, thank you so much daripada semalam ada sini. Akmal Jamal Hasan, sahabat saya nak tengok Faizal Alang yang joki. Sorry Pak Akmal, saya tak boleh drive. Saya hanya komentator untuk season ini.
Hari ni dia nak serius sikit.
Ada kerja. Dan juga Zainul Hazim juga ada dalam live streaming. Jangan lupa guys, mudah saja untuk menangi hadiah-hadiah menarik seperti tertera sekarang ni, menangi sepang taxi ride bersama dengan MABO Racing Team. Senang saja, like, share, subscribe YouTube channel MABO Racing dan juga Facebook page. Sertakan caption kenapa anda ataupun kenapa saya perlu menangi hadiah ni. Yang penting anda perlulah seorang user untuk ONEXOX dengan data-data yang menarik ditawarkan untuk anda.
Man, looking at this track side shots here, it just makes me really appreciate the beauty of this track here. The amount of undulations, the backed corners. I mean, it's such a beautiful place to drive on, much less race on here. And that's exactly what our MX-5 boys will be doing very, very soon.
Yeah, so masih lagi ada beberapa kereta belum lagi menamatkan sesi qualifying, dan sekarang kita masih menantikan beberapa pelumba untuk terus tamatkan bulan, dan kita terus akan ke grid permulaan ataupun kita akan saksikan provisional result untuk qualifying ni dah. Kenderaan nombor 2 baru saja menamatkan sesi qualifying, baru saja cross the finish line. Won Jan yang berada tempat ke-23 sekarang ini dengan 2 minit 09.36 saat. Dan sekarang kita dengan nombor 300 iaitu Nazmi Mazli daripada TKKR pada ONEXOX juga, sekarang menduduki tangga ke-13 dengan 2 minit 07 masa terbatas. Wow, 2 minit 07 pun still 15, 13, 14. Saya tadi drive 2 minit 09.
Yeah, saya juga. And I mean, literally, you know, what I would like to say is like these guys are like aliens basically when it comes to these lap times. The lap times are literally out of this world, man.
Adakah satu lagi pusingan untuk Nazmi Mazli untuk menamatkan sesi qualifying ini? Kita saksikan sekarang. Kita masih lagi dengan Nazmi Mazli, kita masih menantikan.
Oh, that's it. He's gone.
Bak kata Abang, dia dah angkat oleh alam bunian.
Elvis has left the building.
So ini dia grid permulaan untuk XOX Unity League season keempat. round ketiga MX-5, Mazda MX-5, tempat pertama tu pole position diketuai oleh pasukan URT Techco Racing, itu Tengku Jans, Mika Hakimi tempat kedua, Kelvin Pau ketiga, Bobby Farid start second row tempat keempat, Jazril Jalil ataupun JJ tempat kelima, Aiman Haziq 6, 7 Wan Lee Kui, Iman Danis, 8 Lester Neo tempat ke-9, Hisham Ahmad, wow, top 10 bermula di petak ke-10, Miza Syami seorang lagi pelumur muda akan bermula di petak ke-11, dan juga Zikri atau Muhammad Zikri daripada Kiwi Racing akan bermula di tempat ke-12.
Yeah, and 13th place there, we're going to have Nazmi Masli, Kevin Singh will be in 14th, Muhammad Tamzi 15th, Naba Amil in 16th place, Muhammad Shukiran takes 17th, Masdi Mardini is going to be taking 18th place, Sukibi Wajdi in 19th, Fred Ding in 20, Kifli Othman in 21, Fairzil in 22, Wong Jen in 23.
Grid permulaan telah pun di-announce ataupun telah pun dinyatakan, dan sekarang kita hanya menantikan semua pelumba untuk berada di grid permulaan. Dan tu dah, lampu sudah pun bermula, sudah pun bersedia, red light akan dinyalakan anytime dan kita akan memulakan perluan. Itu dia.
Yeah, it's going to be the start here at the Glen. They're going to be blasting away towards the first turn. Who's going to be the first one in? It's going to be Tengku Jan, who takes the inside away from Mika Hakimi. The rest of the drivers pile in here, but still it's looking very nice and tidy though, coming through this first turn. Now going to the second turn, remember it's still going to be flat-footed all the way through these next set of turns. Turns 2, turn 3, turn 4. They're all slightly banged, all slightly angled, so you're just going to have to take it as straight as possible. You're going to maximize your top speed. But look at that, everyone keeping it nice and clean throughout this first section of this track. Now they're going to be going through the back straight here. It's going to be watching out for the braking point coming towards the interloop. It's going to be very, very tight and very, very dangerous place, but it looks like everyone still nails it more or less pretty well. A couple of guys going a bit wide. Oh, you already got a spin though. Someone has hit the curb a little too hard. Shukiran has unfortunately smashed up his front, and then unfortunately he's going to be at the back of the grid.
Jadi pelumba dari side one racing kurang menasib baik di bus stop chicane itu, berada di line yang agak tidak betul bagi saya, tidak, ataupun beliau terpaksa melalui line itu dan seterusnya mempadah pada beliau terbabas sedikit dan melanggar dinding, menyebabkan kerosakan pada kereta beliau, dan saya percaya beliau akan terus ke dalam pit untuk melakukan repair ataupun perbaikan untuk meneruskan peluang. Sambil itu masih lagi kita saksikan untuk pusingan ini, Tengku Jan dan Mika Hakimi masih lagi kedua-dua mereka fight each other untuk mendapatkan top spot dalam perlombaan. Tapi apa yang saya katakan, good start by all the drivers. Tidak ada apa-apa insiden berlaku di turn pertama, dan kita dapat saksikan very clean race yang dia buat masa ni. Setakat ni baru saja bermula, kurang satu lap dan semua perlu masih lagi. Cuba merisankan, cuba masuk bahagian dalam, adakah berjaya atau tidak? Side by side dalam corner guys.
I love it.
Wow, menarik guys.
Oh boy, the bit of action there. Just talk about comedy, this curse right there. Nabil. Ahmad Nabil. This is not good at all. Car number 78 unfortunately has lost his front bumper, and looks like it might be suspension damage as well. So this is going to be a very painful drive to the pits. But Mika Hakimi now getting the toe of Tengku Jan. Is he going to be having a look on the inside though? Not quite though. He's still going to be playing his card close to his chest. He's going to be carrying that toe from Tengku Jan all the way true towards the back straight, it feels like.
Wow, tu dia kita dapat saksikan melekat rapat Mika Hakimi bersama dengan mentor beliau itu Tengku Jan sendiri. Tidak memberikan ruang yang selesa bagi Tengku Jan untuk berjarakkan diri. Beliau masih kekal berada betul-betul belakang Tengku Jan, tidak mampu ketinggalan, dan kita baru masuki lap yang kedua. Beberapa insiden, ada 2 insiden setakat ni melibatkan Ahmad Nabil dan Syukran, dan saya percaya mereka sekarang berada dalam pit. Dan sekarang Bobby, apa dah jadi dengan Bobby? Bermula start daripada row yang kedua, tempat keempat, dan sekarang berada di tempat ke-11. Kita miss tadi apa terjadi pada beliau. Adakah start yang agak kurang menarik, kurang baik di situ, ataupun ada sedikit pergeseran ataupun fight sehingga beliau jatuh di tangga ke-11.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Farid now is trying to take a line around the outside, but unfortunately can't quite close the door on the Hyperbulls car. He had a good exit coming out of there, so Bobby Farid drops back down to 12th place at the moment. Not quite sure what exactly happened to him at the start, but it looks like he's dropped lots of positions all the way down to
8 positions.
Yeah, 8 positions in total. That's really weird.
Wow, apa dah jadi dengan Bobby Farid? So sambil itu Jazril Jalil masih lagi kekal tempat keempat. Kevin Pau yang bermula di petak ketiga masih kekal untuk di petak ketiga. Nampaknya top 3 kita 1, 2, 3 Tengku Jan, Miza Syami dan juga Kevin Pau. Tidak ada perubahan posisi sejak daripada permulaan perlombaan. Di samping itu Jazril Jalil berjaya mendaki satu position untuk berada di tempat keempat, dan Iman Danish mendaki 3 position untuk berada di tangga ke-5, dan top 5 tidak mahu untuk memberi ruang yang mudah kepada leader kita Tengku Jan. Macam kita dapat saksikan race yang sebelum ni, pusingan-pusingan sebelum ni di mana Tengku Jan agak mendominasi, berjaya untuk menjarakkan diri pada peringkat awal, tetapi tidak pada pusingan ketiga di mana Tengku Jan dia rapat oleh Mika Hakimi, tidak mahu beri ruang yang mudah kali ini. Setelah 3 round, apakah Mika Hakimi berjaya untuk orang kata memperbaiki masa beliau ataupun tidak mahu mengulangi kesilapan yang dilakukan pada pusingan kedua? Kita saksikan sehingga tamat dia bermain tu. Mika Hakimi, dia boleh lose off Blue Steel Racing.
He's still about 2-3 tenths off of Tengku Jan though, and that's even with the tow that Tengku is giving him. So I don't know. I think they're both quite evenly matched when it comes to the actual pace though, and that's going to be a bit of a problem because it means that there's going to be very few opportunities this race. It's probably only going to be about the strategy here. Is Mika still going to try to run the entire 40 minutes on a single tank of fuel?
He's closing the gap.
He's closing the gap though. Whoa, bumper touch there. He did a little kiss at the back end of Tengku Jan there, but he's going to.
We can hear his lift off.
Yeah, I mean, he had to lift out a little bit there.
The
he had to give a bit of gap there as they attack the inner loop so aggressively, so close to the inner barrier over there, but he literally needs to stay right on Tengku Jan's tail if he wants to keep his hopes alive of taking the win here.
Wow, nampaknya kesebaran yang tinggi berada pada dalam Mika Hakimi, maafkan saya. Sekarang race baru saja berusia 5 minit. Bila tahu race masih panjang, 40 minit, macam-macam boleh jadi. Sekarang Bobby Farid sekarang baru saja dapat memintas kembali Kalvinda Singh sebentar tadi untuk berada di hadapan untuk sekarang Bobby Farid telah mendaki kembali tempat ke sebelah ni dah. Bobby Farid sekarang mengikuti rapat Hisham Ahmad, tak silap saya di hadapan ni. Betul, Hisham Ahmad dari Gundam Delivery. So adakah berjaya Bobby Farid untuk memperbaharui position beliau ataupun tidak? Kita saksikan sekarang ni masih lagi cuba memberi saingan, masih cuba attack Hisham Ahmad, memasuki bahagian dalam di back straight. Adakah berjaya itu tidak? Tidak lift off di situ. Dan sekarang kita dengan Jazrin Jali, JJ pun JJ pula dah jatuh beberapa position. Dan satu ketika tadi JJ berada di tempat keempat, tetapi sekarang Jazrin Jali tempat ke-6 sekarang ni daripada ONEXOX SRT team berada di belakang Wan Likui.
Yeah, it was a battle for 5th place earlier on, and it looks like Iman Damage has finally been able to win outright there. Justin Jazli has lost another position as well to Wan Li Kui, so hopefully he'll be able to recover some of that over the course of this race. We're still 6 minutes into this right now. Tengku Jan is still your race leader at this point. Still plenty of the battles still unfolding right now in the mid pack there, where the cars are a lot more close to each other. They're able to take the toe off of them, each other coming down the main straights here, but still trying to find a look on the inside, trying to find those gaps. It's extremely hard when all these cars basically run the same power and the same setups.
Ya, kita dapat saksikan map di sebelah kanan skrin anda sekarang ini. Kita saksikan gap antara mereka betul-betul dapat. Inilah dia one minute race ataupun fixed setup daripada satu kereta yang sama, setup yang sama. So gap tidak ada jauh antara mereka. Kita pasal rapat antara mereka tempat tu, bulat-bulat tu dia bertindih di antara sama lain, bermakna mereka hanya perpuluhan saat di antara kereta di hadapan dan kereta di belakang. Dan sekarang kita live on board ataupun driver cam dengan Bobby Farid. Kena nombor 65 cuba mendapatkan gunakan dengan Hisham Ahmad. Tu dah Shikin yang betul-betul mencabar, tidak melumpuhkan kesabaran. Nampaknya cantik guna ring speed di situ. Dan sekarang Bobby Farid cuba mendapatkan gunakan, dekat berjaya untuk mintas Hisham Ahmad. Wonjan, apa dah jadi dengan Wonjan? Dia tiba jatuh banyak position. Sekarang pada tempat ke-19. Sekarang kita dapat saksikan di sekarang Kifli Osman pada tempat ke-20. Dan Bobby Farid berjaya memintas di bahagian luar. Adakah berjaya atau tidak Bobby Farid? Mana tadi Bobby Farid? Hisham Ahmad masih
still fighting.
Sekarang berada di bahagian dalam. Adakah berjaya atau tidak Hisham Ahmad untuk mengekalkan kedudukan ataupun tidak? Hisham Ahmad, good defending by Hisham Ahmad.
Yeah, but it might compromise himself a little bit on the exit though. But Bobby Farid is taking a much wider line. He wants to carry a lot more momentum here just so he can still stay on the stay on the back end of that 69 car. But now he's going to try to get a bit of clear air over here, but still not having the speed differential though. Can he try to outbrake him though? He does have the inside. He's going for a little bit of a dive bomb here, going side by side, gives him enough space at the exit. Still, what a gentleman right here. But still, unfortunately, it means still hasn't quite taken the place yet. He's going to try to turn in, but still the 69 car still has the line right there. He's going to be able to block it off.
Sambil itu persaingan antara Hisham dan juga Bobby beri ruang pada Miza Syahmi pula untuk memasuki fight mereka ini. Dan Miza Syahmi merapatkan kedudukan. Adakah cuba mencari ruang tu dia? Miza Syahmi datang. Kita tahu Miza Syahmi seorang pemandu yang agresif, pemandu yang berpengalaman juga dalam dunia sebenar, tetapi tidak mahu menjarakkan kedudukan antara mereka. Dan sekarang belakang Miza Syahmi pula sekarang Nazmi Mazli pun merapatkan kedudukan. Begitu juga pada side ONE Racing, iaitu Zulfikri Wajdi yang berada tempat ke-16 kali ini. So masih lagi tadi Miza Syahmi cuba memberi tekanan kepada Bobby Farid. Good defending by Bobby Farid. Sambil tidak melakukan sebarang kesilapan. Apakah kesilapan dilakukan oleh Hisham Ahmad sebentar dan kita kembali di front pack, itu tenggukan dengan Mika Hakimi memberitakan kembali dengan Isha Ahmad. Mirza Syami masuk ke dalam.
Mirza almost had a look there, but unfortunately he's going to be on the outside. Compromises his inside there. Mohamed Zikri is going to try to attack him as it go too wide. True turn forward. Now they're going to be side by side as they come along the main straight here. Sorry, the back straight. It's going to be 3 wide practically as they try to go towards the inner loop, but again, there's going to be a bit of a funnel in front because they're going to have to tap the brake a little bit, turning it in. Look at Mirza Syami. No, given it all. He goes for it all the way through, takes the position away and gets himself up in place.
Wow, satu risiko yang agak tinggi diambil oleh kedua-duanya, Mirza Syami dan juga Zikri, side by side. Touch antara Bobby dan juga siapa itu? Bobby dan juga Talmi. Maafkan saya.
JJ.
JJ tu. JJ dengan Racing dan juga Lester Neo. Wow, ada sikit touch tapi agak baik. Kevin Paul sekarang jatuh. Wow, apa jadi dengan Kevin Paul? Tadi agak selesa tempat ketiga, sekarang jatuh ke tangga kelima dan Iman Danish naik di podium position untuk berada di tempat ketiga. Dan sambil itu Wanika juga mengikuti rapat belakang Iman Danish untuk berada di tempat keempat. Kita miss action antara Kevin Paul dan juga Iman Danish sebentar tadi, tapi kita masih lagi kekal dalam berita daripada Kiwi Racing. Kevin Paul 7-1-7 yang agak senyap dalam 2 pusingan, tapi kita dapat saksikan untuk pusingan kali ini Kevin Paul cuba memberi tentangan atau persaingan yang menarik pada kenderaan. Itu dia champion untuk pusingan kedua. Kelvin De Singh mendaki banyak position untuk berada di tangga ke-16 daripada Hyperbulls, Peter.
Yeah, he's trying to make a chase to the front of the pack there, but good defending though by him, taking the line, practically hogging it, making sure that Jasmine Jali cannot find a single opening to take advantage of, and he's forced to back off now. But I do say that Tap early on, he was very, very lucky to have not caused a major spin there, because that could have easily ended the race for both of them right over there. In any case, we're going to be riding aboard with Muhammad Tamiziz getting a bit of a tow right now off of car number 16, Muhammad Zikri. So the thing is, he's going to have to brake a little bit coming into this first turn, and unfortunately he's lost quite a bit of that advantage though, trying to find a good exit out here, but it's going to be very, very hard for him to find an opportunity to overtake until they get to that inner loop right now. So it's still going to be a single file line to get across. We can see another attempt by Bobby Fari to attack around the outside here from Hisham Ahmad. He's going to try to take the decision on the inside, coming onto the back straight. Is that going to be enough for him to get a good lead though? Not quite. He's still going to be too wide now as they come towards the inner loop. Bobby Fari is a little nose ahead there. He's going to close the door right onto him, takes a position away. Mirza Syami from behind as well is going to be taking a position as well, getting himself right behind Ahmad. 2 positional changes over the course of this one lap.
Wow, saat terakhir menutup ruang kepada Isha Ahmad, memberikan satu position untuk Bobby Farid berada di tangga ke-10 sekarang ini dan terus menjarakkan diri. Sambil itu persaingan antara Mizan dan juga Zikri juga menarik di belakang mereka, di mana two wide approach dalam chicane tu sangat-sangat very risky for me, tapi berjaya. Kedua-dua atau keempat mereka berjaya harungi tanpa sebarang insiden. Dan sekarang Bobby Farid telah mencatatkan masa agak laju sekarang ni dengan 2 minit 07.62 saat setakat ini masih terpantas beliau dan untuk berada di top 10. Dan kembali dengan Jazrin Jali daripada ONEXOX PKKR SRT team. Aiman Haziq baru saja memintas Jazrin Jali sekarang ni. Jazrin Jali sekarang berada di hadapan Bobby Farid. Sekarang Bobby Farid getting hotter sekarang ni. Bobby Farid nampaknya merapatkan kedudukan antara beliau dan juga Jazrin Jali. Saya percaya Bobby Farid mahu memperbaiki kedudukan beliau setelah berjaya mencetakkan masa yang terbaik tadi untuk start daripada second row, tapi dia mahu kembali posisi itu. Saya percaya itu akan jadi.
Yeah, Jazrin is definitely going to be able to give his boss a tow right now, but Aiman Haziq, very clean overtake over there. It didn't seem like it was too much trouble for him out there, so perhaps Jazrin Jali made a little mistake coming into that corner right now, and unfortunately that means he's going to be down in 9th place. Kevin De Singh has gotten an overtake onto Kelvin Powell right now. He's up into 5th place at the moment, and looks like that's a very good overtake as well. Plenty of room there, but giving a little bit too much room on the outside there. Now it's going to be a counter-attack coming in from the 717 car. He's going to try again to see if he can get the position back, but looks like the door is closed, and Kevin De Singh still stays in front, and looks like another car has slid right through as well. Wan Li Kui. Is that like? Oh, sorry, no, it's not quite him though. But the white car, number 23 of Lester Neo, is now going on the attack onto Kevin De Singh. He gets right past him on the back straight as well. Wow, what kind of racing is this?
Ingin saya puji Kevin Powell tadi, anticipation yang menarik daripada Kevin Powell untuk mengelak pelanggaran antara beliau dan juga Kevin De Singh. Sementara tadi beliau dapat mengagak Kevin De Singh akan menutup ruang dengan rapat di situ dan terus back off tetapi menyebabkan beliau kehilangan beberapa posisi di situ kepada siapa tu, kepada kembali Aiman Haziq. Nampaknya Pyko dapat kembali memintas Aiman Haziq dan kembali untuk mengejar Kevin Singh untuk mendapatkan balik kedudukan beliau, tapi kudos tu Kevin Pau supaya mengelak sebarang insiden yang berlaku sebentar ini dia on board bersama Kevin Pau daripada Kiwi Racing car number 717 kembali memberi saingan kepada kenderaan nombor 47. Saya percaya itu adalah Aiman Haziq di situ. Adakah kita on board Kevin Pau sekarang ni sebab Aiman Haziq di depan tu?
Yeah, so it looks like Lester Neo is getting another position up there. He's going to be up in 5th now, having gotten past Kevin Singh. Aiman Haziq now attempting to try to move around the outside here, but that's not going to quite work out for him. Lester Neo goes a little bit wide, but still keeps the track position though. The 285 tries to psych around, takes the inside, takes the position away from Lester Neo. Kevin Singh and him are going to be practically side by side now as they come towards this next turn. Who's going to be able to take the position right now? They're still going to be going too wide through this corner now, still trying to keep them neck to neck. It's still a battle for 5th place. It's come now to the final turn. Look at Kevin Singh. He has good position right now. Lester Neo cannot keep up with that and unfortunately falls down to 6th place. Kevin Singh, oh no, it's actually Mika Hakimi has gone into the pits.
Mika Hakimi nampak tidak mahu mengulangi kesilapan dilakukan pada sebelum ni. Beliau masuk pit untuk menambahkan minyak ataupun menukar tayar. Kita dapat saksikan fight antara siapa tadi, Kevin dan juga Lester Neo amat menarik. Masing-masing memberikan masing-masing respect each other, memberikan ruang sesama sendiri, tidak melakukan kesilapan yang silly di situ dan memberikan saingan. Bobby Farid come from nowhere, tiba-tiba ada di belakang Lester Neo. Bobby Farid sekarang berjaya memintas dan sekarang berada tempat ke-6, memberi saingan pula kepada Lester Neo dan juga Kevin Singh. Bobby Farid comeback daripada tangga jatuh tangga ke-11 dan sekarang di tangga ke-6. Sampai tu
look at that. It's going side by side. I mean, this 1v1 now has gone into a three-way tango as it goes towards the inner loop there. Look at that. Lester Neo still able to keep himself straight there and takes the position away. Kevin Singh fights back in the next turn right on the outer loop, takes the inside and still fighting back against Lester Neo and Bobby. Bobby unfortunately is spun out and has lost position. He's dropped all the way down to 15 and sustained massive damage there. This is such a heartbreak.
Selepas apa yang dilakukan oleh Bobby Farid mendaki banyak position tadi seketika tadi daripada tempat ke-11 terus tempat ke-5 dan tempat ke-6, sedikit kesilapan ataupun ada pelanggaran kita tak dapat pasti, tidak dapat clear sebab kita berada di dalam kereta sebentar tadi dan di chicane saya betul-betul ngilu atau menggeli di situ. Saya takut sebab saya tengok 4 wide 3 wide kat situ, 2 wide pun agak bahaya, tetapi di situlah menyebabkan insiden Bobby Farid terus jatuh di tangga ke-22 dan sekarang saya percaya Bobby Farid pit in untuk melakukan repair tu side by side masih lagi di antara Calvin dan juga Lester Neo. Calvin dapat kembali tempat ke-4. Agak wide di situ.
It's so wide. That's so wide.
Memberi ruang kepada Lester untuk tidak berjaya untuk dapat Calvin bahagian dalam dan masih kekal di tangga ke-4.
This battle is just going to keep going, isn't it? I mean, we're halfway. Yeah, exactly. I mean, these guys are just not letting off at all. They're still going at each other's throats right about now. Mr. Shami sustained some damage there. His front bumper is hanging on by a thread. What happened there, my dude? 14th place for now for Mirza. He's going to have to take a trip straight to the pit lane. Let's see it in the replay there. So there's Bobby Farid's spin. He was getting a bit of a tangle there. I think with Kevin Powell. That's a touch there. That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate.
Kalau tadi Kevin Powell dapat anticipate tidak melanggar Kevin Singh, tetapi tidak kali ini beliau tidak dapat mengagak yang Bobby Farid mahu menutup ruang sedikit pelanggaran dan melibatkan juga Aiman Haziq di situ. Juga terlibat dalam pelanggaran. Sayang sekali Bobby Farid dan juga Aiman Haziq, dan saya difahamkan yellow flag telah pun dikibarkan. Adakah ini FCY? Kita akan nantikan sebentar lagi di mana tidak ada pelumba dapat meminta sesama sendiri. Pelumba masing-masing perlu berada dalam kedudukan. Sekarang ni dia Mirza Syami yang terjadi kereta nombor 9. Terlibat juga dalam pelanggaran tadi antara Bobby Farid dan ada juga lagi ONEXOX Racing car number 21 is Zulfikri Wajdi. Melibatkan multiple incident di mana sedikit pelanggaran antara Kevin Powell dan juga Bobby Farid melibatkan beberapa lagi pelumba iaitu Riza Syami, siapa lagi tadi, Aiman Haziq juga terlibat dan sayang sekali beberapa pelumba.
To borrow a term from Dungeons and Dragons, that's pretty much like what happens when you roll one right there.
Tarmizi juga melakukan kesilapan sendiri bagi saya, agak wide di situ dan masuk ke bahagian rebut. Once you in the grass, there's no grip over there. So Wan Likui mendahului guys perlumbaan, di mana sekarang kita dapat saksikan leader kita sebentar tadi memasuki pit, saya menyebabkan Waliku sekarang memimpin peluang, di mana Tengku Jan berada di tangga ke-18 sekarang ni mengikuti rapat Mika Hakimi. Mika Hakimi berjaya dapat bagi kedudukan. Nampaknya fight antara Mika Hakimi dan Tengku Jan agak menarik untuk kita saksikan sebentar lagi. Dan sekarang ni tempat pertama diketuai oleh Wan Liku, ikuti Iman Danish, Kevin Singh dan Lester Neo dan juga Jazin Jali kembali di tangga ke-5.
Yeah.
Wow.
All three of them are now in the pits right now. It's going to be a question mark whether or not they'll be able to rejoin the race or whether or not they'll be able to stay competitive in this race right now at this stage. But with the safety car out, several drivers did take the opportunity to take a pit stop. That includes Tengku Jan right now. He's going to be just tucked in behind Mika Hakimi at this safety car period right now. So again, this is going to be perfect because again, when you have the safety car out, that means that the whole field is going to be slowed down. That means the penalty for going through the pits is much more reduced. So it's a perfect opportunity for you to go ahead and go get a refuel or perhaps even change the tires.
Suka saya tengok antara persaingan antara Tengku Jan dan juga Mika Hakimi, sebab sebelum Mika Hakimi memasuki pit, beliau berada di belakang Tengku Jan. Tetapi selepas memasuki pit, dan Tengku Jan juga telah memasuki pit, tapi Tengku Jan berada di belakang Mika Hakimi. So persaingan ni agak menarik kita saksikan nanti selepas kesemua pelumba memasuki pit untuk mengisi minyak. Kita akan saksikan adakah Mika Hakimi berjaya kekal di hadapan Tengku Jan, ataupun Tengku Jan macam biasa akan bagi saingan ataupun bagi pressure yang tinggi kepada Mika Hakimi untuk fight for top position.
Yeah, the thing is, Tengku Jan definitely, I'm not sure whether or not he has changed tires or not, but everyone's just pitting in right now.
Last minute call.
Taking the opportunity here while we're in the safety car situation here. So it's going to be a huge toss-up in the order right now after everyone has already gotten their fuel as well as the tires sorted out. So who knows what the running order will be like. But one thing's for sure though, Mika and Tengku Jan is going to be the massive beneficiary right now because they're going to be bubbling their way to the top as everyone else has gone for their pit stop.
Dalam pada hampir ke semua pelumba masuki pit, tetapi Iman Dennis melakukan pertukaran saat-saat akhir, keluar balik dan masuk, tidak mahu masuki pit, terus berlita untuk sekarang memimpin perlumbaan di belakang safety car. Dan Mika Hakimi dan Tengku Jan telah pun masuki pit, sekarang berada di tangga kedua dan ketiga. Seperti saya nyatakan sebentar tadi, persaingan ini kita harus bagi tumpuan, di mana Tengku Jan dan juga Mika Hakimi sekarang berada di race position. Jazrin Jali juga selepas keluar pit sekarang ini berada di tangga keempat, dan Wan Liku yang satu ketika memimpin perlumbaan di belakang safety car tangga kelima. Itu dia driver cam daripada kesemua pelumba. Kita masih lagi berada dalam yellow flag situasi. Setiap pelumba tidak boleh memotong atau meminta sesama sendiri di dalam lita. Masih lagi perlu mengikuti rapat di belakang safety car. Masih lagi lita belum berada dalam keadaan selamat untuk kita kembali berlomba dalam race position. Itulah safety car beacon light masih lagi menyala, bermakna ada lagi satu pusingan, ada lagi kita tak pasti sampai lita betul-betul bersedia untuk semua pelumba kembali berlomba.
Yeah, it's going to be a while before that will happen. Good news though for Lester Neo and Kevin Singh. They came out just alongside each other, 7th, 8th place at the moment. So who knows how that battle between them is going to continue to unfold for the rest of this race. I would love to suddenly see what the conclusion of that will be. Nazmi Masli is going to be coming out in 9th. Hisham Ahmad in 10th place. Zikri Muhammad in 11th place right now. So that pit stop definitely is just tossed around that order quite a bit right now, so who knows how the race is going to turn out from this point on. But with Iman Danish being the front leading car here, Mika Hakimi is definitely going to be able to get a toe, and that's probably going to help him a little bit in this battle between him and Tengku Jan, because remember, Tengku Jan pitted a lot later compared to Mika, so he will definitely have either fresher tires or a little bit more fuel compared to him, so there might be a bit more advantage on Tengku Jan's side when this restart comes to a start.
Sampai kita menantikan safety car untuk masuki pit. Kita saksikan sponsor kita. Ingin saya ucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada main sponsor kita ONEXOX dan juga XOX selaku main sponsor. Official partner kita MABO Racing, Qsara Printing, dan juga yang dikuasakan oleh Trumpet, Komanz Production dan juga Pyko, dan juga media partner kita tidak dilupakan, iaitu Pitstop TV. Terima saksikan sekarang ONEXOX dan juga ni dia Kifli Osman, seorang professional driver dalam dunia sebenar, dan baru saja mencuburi setahun atau kurang setahun dalam e-racing dan berjaya dapatkan orang kata feeling yang agak baik pada season sebelum ni, tetapi agak senyap, agak sunyi pada season keempat. Masih lagi kekal dalam perlombaan yang sekarang ni berada di tangga ke-19 di depan Ahmad Nabil. Perlombaan sudah memasuki minit ke-23, hampir separuh ataupun sudah separuh perlombaan sebelum ditamatkan. Dan masih lagi kekal di belakang safety car. Safety car belum lagi memadamkan lampu ataupun memadamkan beacon light di atas kereta itu, menandakan mereka safety car akan masuk. Dan masih lagi ada satu pusingan. Saya percaya ini dah last turn. Safety car tidak lagi masuk dalam pit. Ini mana safety car ada lagi, masih lagi berada dalam lita. Tidak ada lagi pelumba yang boleh memintas atau memotong sesama sendiri. Dan lita, safety car beacon light telah pun dipadamkan. Ini bermakna adalah last lap. Dan maksud saya safety car last lap, bukan racing last lap. Safety car akan pit in pada lap ini.
Yeah, so it's now going to be the drivers trying to get themselves reset, kind of get themselves psyched up again. It's going to be a rolling start this time, not quite a standing start. So again, it's going to be all about the lead car here. So Iman Damish, of course, will be the default safety car once the actual safety car has dove into the pits. So he'll be the one leading the pack going to that line. But until he's crossed that start line, no one is going to be allowed to attack positions or attempt overtakes. It's going to have to just wait until the procedure has come to an end.
Betul, berbeza dengan rolling start di mana kenderaan akan berada side by side dan boleh memintas selepas lampu hijau dinyalakan, tetapi tidak di mana untuk safety car restart di mana pelumba perlu berada di belakang pelumba yang ada di hadapan supaya tidak melintas sehingga mereka melintas garisan penamat dan permulaan dan barulah boleh melintas sama sendiri di lap ataupun turn pertama. Dan sekarang Iman Danish cuba merancang, kalau saya jadi Iman Danish saya akan fikir macam-macam, macam mana nak restart, macam mana nak ada strategi atau tidak, sebab belakang beliau adalah Mika dan juga Tengku Jan, dua orang pemandu yang sedang hangat sekarang ni, sedang push untuk berada di kedudukan yang terbaik untuk membarui position dalam kedudukan championship. Tetapi dia seorang sekarang ni, Iman Danish belum lagi memasuki pit. Orang lain ataupun kesemua pelumba sudah pun memasuki pit, sama ada satu kali ataupun dua kali. Apakah planning, apakah strategi yang akan dinyatakan ataupun akan diberikan oleh Iman Danish? Adakah beliau tidak akan masuk pit macam mana Mika Hakimi lakukan sebelum ni? Adakah cukup minyak? Itu persoalan dia.
That's going to be a big question in my mind as well, because remember he did go through the pit lane but decided not to go to his pit box. Instead just go through. Last minute just go through. So I wonder he is planning to go for a much longer stint here, or maybe he realized that he still has enough fuel, so he wants to try to go like all the way to the finish there, knowing that with everyone else in the pits there, that's going to be an opportunity for him to stay in front. So who knows? We'll see how that's going to unfold. We still have time left in this race.
Harus diingatkan, Iman Danish juga berpengalaman minyak habis di last lap. Dan ketika itu beliau sedang memimpin perlombaan, sedang berada di tempat pertama, tetapi tidak berjaya menampakkan perlombaan sebab minyak habis. So saya percaya beliau tak nak mengulangi situasi tersebut, tapi kita saksikan mereka ada tim yang menarik, tim yang baik mengaturkan strategi daripada Hyperbull. Saya percaya ada sesuatu yang menarik yang diorang rancang sekarang ni.
Yeah, just a little fun fact as well for you. Did you know Watkins Glen, besides hosting racing, also hosts concerts as well?
Wow.
Yeah, in 1973, it hosted the Summer Jam, which featured, listen to this, the Allman Brothers Band, the band, as well as the Grateful Dead. 60,000 fans came to this festival here. So hopefully we get as many fans as that as we go to the start line here. The safety car has gone into the pits. Iman Danish is going to be leading the pack, going across the line right now. Is going to be the restart here at 27 minutes. Iman Danish leading the entire pack, going towards turn 1. Mika Kimi very close behind him. Look at that, that's closing up very closely there. And it looks like Mika is going to try to attack on the inside there. He's not letting this one go. It's going to be an opportunity for him to get a bit of gap between him and Tengku Jan, but unfortunately, Iman Danish is able to recover and stays in front of Mika.
Ya, saya percaya kereta Iman Danish lagi ringan berbanding Mika sebab kereta Iman Danish agak kurang minyak, tetapi persaingan antara dua pelumba muda ini memberi advantage kepada Tengku Jan untuk merangkak dulu. Sekarang Tengku Jan pula merapatkan kedudukan dengan Mika Hakimi sambil Iman Danish cuba defend line beliau sebelum memasuki bahagian chicane. Adakah berjaya atau tidak? Tu right menuju chicane. Saya agak risau di sini, tapi sedikit offline di situ daripada Mika Hakimi, tapi berjaya mengawal kereta dengan agak baik antara ketiga pelumba ini.
Yeah, I think he had to back up a little bit. I did see him tap the brake a little into the entry there, so it's probably telling Tengku Chan, please get a little bit back off there because I don't want to try to dive into this corner too hard. But in any case, he's tucked up right nicely behind. Look at Leon, he's attempting to try to get past Kevin De Singh there, but unfortunately he dropped a position or two, and Mokoman Shukiran is getting himself in the mix as well. But car number 86 is still going to be leading in front there. Kevin De Singh is still trying to find a way past Mokoman Shukiran at the moment, but still no dice at this point. Lester Neo taking this opportunity, closes up onto his bumper right now. It's going to be a three-way battle right now for P6, and I wonder who's going to be able to come up on top of this.
Syukran yang terlibat dengan insiden pada lap pertama tadi, dan sekarang berada di tangga ke-6. Wow, good orang kata good recover by Syukran. Tapi sekarang Syukran dah pun jatuh ke tangga 9, tapi good drive by Syukran, good recover by him daripada Sidewinder Racing, berjaya untuk berada di kelompok pertengahan atau kelompok hadapan walaupun berlaku insiden antara beliau sebentar tadi melakukan sedikit kesilapan di lap pertama, rosak kereta, repair, dan sekarang fight di kelompok pertengahan. Dan sekarang kita dengan Hisham Ahmad, saudara kurta kita daripada SRE Hustlers dengan livery Gundam dia. Siapa yang 90s boy mesti kenal Gundam.
It looks very much like a Spider-Man look there, to be honest. So that's a double nostalgia to me.
Itu dia. Kita masih lagi bersama dengan Hisham Ahmad, cuba mendapatkan kedudukan dengan Muhammad Zikri. Di hadapan beliau ada kendaraan nombor sedikit wide di situ daripada Muhammad Syukran. Adakah berjaya Zikri untuk meminta Syukran di bahagian dalam atau tidak? Dia grandstand view daripada Hisham Ahmad di sini. Adakah Hisham Ahmad juga mahu mengikut langkah di situ atau tidak? Berjaya betul rapat. Nampaknya Syukran dapat betul rapat supaya tidak memberi ruang kepada Hisham Ahmad. Dan masih lagi kekal Hisham Ahmad berada di tangga ke-11 dan Syukran jatuh ke tangga ke-10 sambil di hadapan masih lagi Mika Hakimi dan juga Iman Dennis bersaing sesama sendiri. Cuba minta sama sendiri ni dia. Tapi tidak. Kita bersama Lester Neo sekarang ni, tangga ke-6 sekarang ni. Masih lagi cuba mempertahankan kedudukan sama Kevin De Singh. Saya percaya mahu mengulangi apa yang berlaku pada pusingan kedua, menjuarai pusingan kedua, dan sekarang ni berada dalam kedudukan yang agak baik, mencecah 30 minit. Sekarang ni ada lagi 10 minit. Diam tak diam dah lagi tinggal 10 minit. Sekarang Iman Dennis masih lagi tidak masuk pit.
I'm guessing he's going to try to hold on to this as long as he can. And the thing is that he's still doing quite well, actually. Like just keeping himself in front of Mika Hakimi. I think there was a bit of an attempt. They probably were side by side going to the inner loop on the back straight just now, but Mika had to back up, still not able to find a way to get past Iman Danish yet. But again, Iman, I still wonder whether or not he'll be able to run to the end here, or is he going to be still forced to take a pit stop by the end of this race? But look at Lester Neo still continuing to fight side by side here with Kevin De Singh a little bit wide through that corner, but again it's going to be all about momentum here as Lester Neo tries to have a look on the outside here, still not finding the way past Kevin De Singh at the moment, but still not for lack of trying.
Sedikit fakta, Iman Dennis sekarang kereta adalah lagi ringan daripada berbanding Mika Hakimi dan Tengku Chan. Tapi persoalannya, adakah cukup minyak sehingga tamatnya 40 minit race ni? Itu persoalan yang berlega di kepala saya sekarang ni. Kita sekarang bersama dengan Sidewinder Racing, itu Zulfikri Wajdi yang berada di tangga ke-15 sekarang ni, cuba memberi saingan di hadapan oleh Farus Fazil. Agak senyap Farus Fazil daripada SRE Hustlers. Di hadapan mereka adalah Masdi Madini. Tengku Chan, apa dah jadi pada Tengku Chan? Tengku Chan masuk pit.
Yeah, it's gone back into the pits again, so it's going to be 2 stops for Tengku Chan.
Apa dah jadi? Adakah sedikit kesilapan semasa first pit stop atau ada perancangan lain? Sayang sekali Tengku Chan pasal tu agak selesa dari tangga ketiga, tetapi sekarang berada dalam pit. Adakah kesilapan masa pit stop sebentar tadi, dan sambil itu Jazin Jali diikuti rapat oleh Wan Likui di tangga untuk perebutan tangga ketiga dan keempat. Sekarang Mika Hakimi berjaya memintas Iman Dennis. Cuba defend line. Nampaknya berjaya Mika Hakimi untuk memintas, dan sambil itu di belakang mereka ada Wan Likui dan juga Jazin Jali side by side menuju bus stop sikit. Nice racecraft by them. So Mika Hakimi sekarang memimpin perlombaan di tangga. Iman Dennis kembali. Dua anak muda memberi saingan yang menarik untuk perebutan tempat pertama dan kedua. Masih lagi side by side antara Iman Dennis dan juga Mika Hakimi.
I mean, again, like Iman's doing so well here, keeping in front. Again, he does have the advantage with the slightly lighter car, but that's not by much. And still, he's still able to keep himself in not only in front, but still able to take the position back from Mika Hakimi. So it goes to show that he actually still has a lot of pace in that car. So perhaps he's using that to his advantage here. So hopefully that's going to allow him to finish off this race in this position here. But that still remains to be seen.
Wow, hilang pernafasan sekejap saya tadi. Maaf kata. Nampak sekarang Iman Danish masih kekal di hadapan, cuba menutup ruang yang ada, tidak bagi ruang yang mudah kepada Mika Hakimi untuk minta sedikit waving antara Iman dan juga Mika di situ. Dua pelumur muda, dua young guns yang betul-betul agresif dan juga darah muda lah kita kan. Masing-masing tidak mahu memberi ruang, masing-masing tidak mahu mengalah, masing-masing tidak mahu berada di tangga kedua. Dua-dua dia nak menang. So daripada Dues of Blue Steel Racing Mika Hakimi dan juga Hyper Boost Iman Danish. So kita sebelum ini kita saksikan perancangan yang teliti ataupun planning yang menarik daripada tim Hyper Bull. Adakah ini akan diulangi sekali lagi untuk pusingan ketiga? Persoalan yang saya nyatakan sebentar tadi, adakah cukup minyak dalam kereta Iman Danish sekarang ni ataupun tidak? Sebab semua tim ataupun semua kereta telah pun memasuki pit, telah pun refuel, tetapi tidak bagi Iman Danish seperti mana Mika Hakimi lakukan pada pusingan kedua. Minyak habis di saat-saat akhir, di mana Kevin Singh dapat meminta di saat-saat akhir di garisan penamat. Adakah ini akan diulangi sekarang ni ataupun tidak? So kita saksikan sehingga tamat daripada Kevin Singh sedang merapat Jazan Jali di hadapan mereka. Dia cantik racecraft antara keduanya. Sedikit ruang yang ada terus diambil kesempatan oleh Kevin Singh untuk berada bahagian dalam menuju ke bus stop chicane. Adakah berjaya untuk mengangkat kedudukan di bahagian dalam atau tidak? Saya percaya Kevin Singh berada sedikit advantage. Kita tukar pula. Sayang sekali kita tengah fight dengan antara Kevin dan juga Jazrin Jali sudah sekarang ni. Kevin Singh, kalau kita ikut pada live timing, Kevin Singh berjaya memintas Jazrin Jali untuk berada di tempat keempat. Very risky move by Kevin Singh sebentar tadi menuju ke bus stop chicane, berada bahagian dalam. Sangat berani, itu yang saya boleh katakan.
That was a very brave move there, and indeed, and Kevin Singh definitely had to play chicken basically against Jasmine Jali when it comes to that battle there. But Mika Hakimi now trying to have a look on the outside again on Iman Danish, but still no dice at all, still not able to find the speed necessary. But will he get a good exit this time around? Looks like he does have a bit of a good ride up. He's going to take the grass as well here in order to try to extend that advantage, get himself elbows out a little bit, bumping him a little bit on the side, reminding, hey, give me some room here, mate. But still no, Iman Danish still takes it away there, takes it inside and stays in front of Mika Hakimi. They're still going to be side by side though, coming through this next set of turns. But yet again, Mika finds himself left on the lurch, left on the outside there on that attack. So still not able to find a way past this one dude.
Wow, nice race by two of them. Sekarang Kevin Singh, kita kembali dengan Kevin Singh bersama dengan sekarang cuba untuk minta Wan Likui pula bahagian dalam. Wan Likui agak wide di situ, beri ruang pada Kevin Singh untuk masuk ke bahagian dalam. Adakah berjaya Wan Likui untuk menutup ruang? Yes, masih lagi menduduki tangga ketiga. Tapi saya suka, sangat menarik, fantastic drive by Iman Danish dan Mika Hakimi sebentar tadi. Respect each other, bagi ruang yang cukup, tidak melakukan apa-apa kita pergerakan yang tak cantik, tapi kedua-dua mereka masih lagi fight. Kevin Singh berjaya outbreak untuk mendapatkan podium position sekarang ni di tempat ketiga. Wow,
that was
from bottom now top 3 Kevin Singh daripada Hyper Boost.
That's a podium, easy podium right there in the closing moments of this race. And what a move as well to outbreak him through turn 1 like that. I mean, man, that could not have been easy at all. But look at that, this is going to give an opportunity now for JJ to try to make a move as well onto Wan Likui. So it's going to be 3 wide going to in a loop here. Oh boy, I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Who's going to be coming in first? Wan Likui outbreaks them. And in the meantime, Lester is attempting to get a bit of a fight with Nazmi Masli, and looks like he's able to stay in front as well. But Wan Likui has regained the podium position, takes it away from Kevin Singh. I mean, man, a 3-way battle of chicken going into inner loop. What is this?
Wow, 37 minit yang non-stop action. Hanya berbaki 3 minit lagi guys untuk perlombaan ditamatkan. Persoalan yang masih lagi berlega di kepala saya, adakah Iman Danish punya minyak cukup atau tidak? Sambil itu, sambil kita sedar, Mika Hakimi pula sekarang memimpin perlombaan untuk berada di tempat pertama dan Iman Danish jatuh di tangga kedua sekarang ni. So adakah minyak habis? Ataupun tidak?
I don't know. He's still about 1/10 behind Mika though, so that's still a battle that's ongoing for the lead here. So Iman Damage just took the place back from Mika Hakimi right now. So again, these guys are still going to go neck to neck to each other here. So I suspect. Well, look at that! He's just trying to defend so hard there. Had to swerve a little bit going to the breaking point there. That's kind of like marginal, isn't it? When it comes to that, yeah, he's really pushing so hard right now. He's desperate to try to hold on to this lead and perhaps to take this win right here and now.
Kalau pusingan sebelum ni, Kevin Singh daripada Hyperbull tempat pertama, Iman Dennis tempat ketiga daripada Hyperbull. Sekarang ni Iman Dennis daripada Hyperbull tempat pertama, Kevin Singh sekarang berada di tangga ketiga. Iman Dennis finally masuk ke pit pada saat hari ini. Memang kami jatuh di tangga ke bawah sekarang ni tempat ke-8, memberi ruang ataupun advantage yang besar kepada Mika Hakimi sekarang ni untuk memimpin perlombaan. Jarak antara beliau dan juga Kalvinda adalah hampir 2 saat. So Mika Hakimi kalau tak ada apa-apa problem atau tak ada apa-apa kesilapan, mungkin akan memenangi perlombaan. Tapi dalam perlombaan, selagi anda belum cross the finish line, the race is not over yet. Sekarang fight 4-way battle untuk merebut tempat kedua.
He took the inside going through turn 2, and now is looking to try to make a move again onto Wan Lee Kui, who's currently in second place. Yeah, practically 4 wide right now, but Lester just tailing all the back there. Unfortunately, had to tuck himself behind Kevin Singh right now, and lost a lot of speed coming at the exit of the inner loop. So that was still a hair-raising moment right there, but Lester is still trying to get himself up on the podium.
So nampaknya Wan Lee Kui berjaya mendapat kembali tempat kedua di hadapan Kevin Singh. Perebutan tempat kedua, ketiga, keempat dan kelima agak menarik antara Wan Lee Kui, Kevin Singh, Lester Neo. Wow, 4-way battle untuk merebut podium, dan sekarang Mika Hakimi agak rapat di situ, agak perlahan ataupun sengaja ataupun berlaku kesilapan. Sekarang tadi hampir 2 saat dan sekarang hanya 1 saat di hadapan Wan Lee Kui. Race berbaki beberapa saat sahaja lagi. Adakah kita akan menyaksikan white flag dikibarkan pada pusingan ini ataupun tidak? Kita hanya menantikan sehingga selepas Mika Hakimi cross the finish line. Sambil itu agak white antara Wan Lee Kui dan Kevin Singh, diikuti Lester Neo juga white di situ, dan diperhatikan rapat oleh Jazrin Jali, cuba mengintai ruang yang ada, cuba untuk mencari ruang seterusnya mendapatkan podium finish.
Man, I love the fact that all the big battlers from the midfield now are just finding themselves battling for the podium position here. I mean, who is it going to be between right now? Wan Lee Kui, Kevin Singh, or Lester Neo? It could be literally any one of these 3 guys, to get on the podium alongside the Mika Hakimi. The checker flag is out. Checker flag is already out, and Mika Hakimi, he's come true. He takes a checker flag. So Mika Hakimi wins the race here. No white flag needed at all. Wan Lee Kui takes second place. Kevin Singh in third place there. Lester Neo in fourth, and Mika Hakimi celebrating so hard there. I mean, this is redemption day for him, isn't it?
Wow. Bukan saja pada pelumba, pada driver, kami yang mengulas pun betul-betul rasa tertekan, betul-betul rasa ketegangan dalam perlombaan ini. Drive, apa yang saya katakan, drive yang amat menarik antara Mika dan Iman Dennis sepanjang perlombaan tadi. Teguh Jan agak kurang menasibik. Kita tak pasti apa terjadi pada Teguh Jan secara tiba-tiba kembali ke dalam pit walaupun sudah memasuki pit tadi. Dan ini dah sayang sekali pada Iman Dennis, hanya berpuas hati di tangga ke-16 setelah memberi saingan yang menarik antara beliau, juga Mika Hakimi dan juga Teguh Jan. Dan sayang sekali lagi Bui Farid mendaki banyak position, berada di top 5 dan ada berlaku pelanggaran, dan ini dah tamatnya 40 minit perlombaan yang betul-betul non-stop action, full of action, as I promise you.
Yeah,
so this is Unity League.
this is literally non-stop action racing right here, and the fact that Mika managed to complete it in exactly 40 minutes is just the cherry on top there. So congratulations, Mika Hakimi, after having lost out in that previous race. Right now, today is redemption day for Mika as he takes the win here in the Watkins Glen International.
Ini dah professional result. Tamatnya pusingan ketiga XOX Unity League season keempat MX5 Mazda. Mika Hakimi menangi tempat pertama daripada Dozoh Blue Steel Racing. Wan Lee Kui daripada LK1 menangi tempat kedua dan melengkapkan podium iaitu daripada Hyperbulls. Kevin Singh tempat ketiga, Lester Neo keempat, Jazrin Jali kelima daripada XOX KKR, Hisham Ahmad, Wong Jian, Zulfikri Wajdi menamakan tangga ke-8. Wow, tahniah Mat Masdi Madidi tangga ke-9, Nazmi Mazli tangga ke-10, Aiman Haziq ke-11, Miza Syami, Fred Ting, Muhammad Zikri, Kifli Osman. Wow, tempat ke-15, good drive by Kifli. Iman Dennis yang satu ketika berada di tempat pertama, jatuh tangga ke-16 sekarang ni. Dan tempat ke-17, Syukran dan juga Fairuz Fazil.
Yeah, so on the next page, I think we got to say after Shukran, it's Fairuz Fadzil, and they've got Muhammad Tamizi as well in 19th place, Kevin Pau in 20th place. Tengku Jan unfortunately had retired 2 laps prior to the end of the race there, so has Ahmad Nabil, and Bobby Fari as well unfortunately had to retire his car after his unfortunate incident in the race there. So that is all the results here provisionally for round number 3 of the XOX Unity League Season 4.
Wow, apa lagi yang saya boleh katakan? Aksi yang menarik yang kata dipamerkan oleh semua pelumba-pelumba XOX Unity League untuk Mazda MX-5 Cup. Sangat-sangat menarik, betul-betul very clean race, fight each other, respect each other. Itu yang saya suka, itu yang menarik, dan memberi saingan yang betul-betul fair and square pada semua pelumba. No question mana dapat tamatkan tempat pertama sehinggalah tempat ke-20, di mana Tengku Jan, Ahmad Nabil dan juga Bobby Farid tidak berjaya menamatkan perlumbaan ini. Itulah, kita berterima kasih kepada sponsor kita ONEXOX Black dan juga XOX. Jangan lupa guys, subscribe dan juga tukar line anda kepada XOX. Saya percaya plan-plan yang menarik akan ditawarkan kepada anda, dan juga line yang menarik untuk anda gunakan untuk telco anda.
Yeah, and thinking about this race itself, it's totally right to say that so much respect is given by the drivers with each other, because a lot of incidents here, a lot of those moves could have easily gone south if just someone was not cooperating at all and loses control at a very critical moment. So the fact that they're not only able to keep themselves nice and steady, and only a single safety car in this round here, I think that's pretty much a very clean, more or less clean race.
Suka saya tengok masa starting dan juga restart pada safety car pun very clean. So shout out pada semua viewers yang berada dalam talian sekarang. Kita mencecah hampir 300 view guys, 200 lebih. So thank you guys, teruskan support, teruskan share, like, dan juga anda mungkin berpeluang untuk menangi hadiah menarik. So shout out pada Apple bumper kepada Iman Dennis sekarang ada dalam thank you Apple, my friend, bekas rakan sepasukan, memberi sokongan kepada anak dia. Hazim Azib juga ada, Zainul Hazim, seorang driver juga. Michael, thank you Michael for your support. Ada sini siapa lagi, Afif Hazlan, seorang pelumba juga. Iman Dennis, ini sebelum race tadi. Thank you guys. Jangan lupa watch and win. Anda berpeluang untuk menangi hadiah-hadiah menarik ni. Mark ini lanyard, very exclusive lanyard, dan juga t-shirt yang kita orang pakai ni very eksklusif, tak ada jual. Kalau korang menang, mana korang dapat. Kalau korang pakai ni, mana korang dapat daripada Unity League ni.
So again, make sure you guys like and subscribe on these pages here. I mean, all the support really means a lot to us here. Having run this for 4 seasons now.
Yep.
It's been an incredible journey, I have to say, for you guys here. I mean, looking at the level of racing that we have over here, and just the excitement that I've gotten throughout this entire weekend is just phenomenal.
Berpeluh walaupun dalam aircon. So adakah kita akan ada driver interview untuk ataupun driver masih lagi berada dalam keadaan orang kata excited setelah menamatkan perlumbaan yang betul-betul menarik, betul-betul challenging antara mereka. So kita nantikan sama ada siapa berada dalam talian untuk kita interview. Saya baru dapat saja info di mana Mika Hakimi, iaitu juara pusingan 3, berada dalam talian sekarang ini. Hai Mika.
Hi, hello. Sorry, tak sedar pula muted.
It's okay. Again, congratulations Mika.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you.
That was such a good race for you right there. I mean, what was like coming into this? Like, what was kind of like the kind of plan going into qualifying there? Because I saw that you went out very early on there, together with your teammate. Was there kind of like a qualifying plan you guys had in mind, given that the tow was really important here?
Not really. Basically, our plan was just we want to watch F1. The faster we drive, faster we finish, faster we can watch.
That's racing, right?
Nah, I'm kidding. I mean, we didn't have a definitive plan, but we did, we didn't, not have a plan. We just sort of, okay, if we can tow each other, we can slipstream each other, we try to do it. If we can't, we focus on getting a lap in, because there's no point trying to come up with a plan and then you spend like 20 minutes not doing a lap. So, yeah, I mean,
you're right, so.
I mean, it was just really tried to keep everything as streamlined as possible, not make too many mistakes, and of course, my teammate got involved in a collision, which was extremely unlucky. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you don't win with two cars, but still good.
I mean, it's good. Like, even when Amazik couldn't really make it, at least you're still able to step on the plate there, take the win onto this one. I mean, were you surprised at all coming across the line, because there was no white flag given at all? It just went straight to checkers. So was there like a moment of confusion at that point for you, or you just knew immediately?
I actually got the white flag,
Okay.
but I got it extremely late. Like, I was going through the final corner,
Oh.
and then like I was right behind Iman Danish, and then he braked, and then I was like, I tapped his rear a little bit, and then I was like, oh, what is he doing? And then he pitted.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, what was that? And I thought I got a black flag or something. I looked up, it was white, and I was like, oh, I'm winning.
Oh yeah, I guess Iman Daniel, of course, I'm not sure if you knew, but he actually skipped to going to the pits early on, so that's why he ended up in front during the safety car periods. But it was a very exciting fight actually between you and Iman throughout that. I mean, what was your feeling throughout that entire like sequence?
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting, but okay, I mean, I know how Iman Danish races, and so I was a bit wary and stuff. And then down the straight, I was as close as possible to the white line. And then I knew he had a habit of somehow not being able to keep his wheel straight. I've seen in other like races, and then it happened again. I got tapped, and then at that moment my emotions were like running through. I was like, it's happened again. But like I was somewhat prepared for it. I don't know. I think I'm gonna speak to him, because I have noticed that when he's alongside, he tends to move his wheel a bit. He moves his legs and stuff. So I don't know. He's just not keeping his wheel straight. It's hard to predict if his car is gonna stay in the same spot. I had like 2 of those kind of moments in the race, but I mean, whatever. I mean, I think what won me the race was pitting that early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, what a drive, fantastic drive by you, and also untuk Iman Danish membawakan anda terus memenangi untuk pusingan dia. Tahniah sekali lagi pada Mika Hakimi.
You say Mika Hakkinen?
Hampir.
But I mean, thank you to you guys for organizing the race, and also I mean,
Thank you.
I'm bummed out that my teammate didn't get to, because
Yeah.
when I pitted, I asked him to pit, and then he said he wanted to stay out another lap, and then he got involved in an accident. So if he pitted, I think he would have been on the podium. But you don't win with 2 cars sometimes, so it's kind of sad.
That's racing in a nutshell,
Nanti
right?
bila anda tengok lagi sekali live stream ini, anda akan saksikan agak malang untuk your teammate berada di wrong place, wrong position dan terlibat dalam pelanggaran tu. Alright, congrats again Mika Hakimi.
Thank you. Keep up the good work with the live stream and stuff, guys. Everything
Thank
looks
you.
awesome.
Alhamdulillah, thank you so much.
No problem.
Alright, adakah kita ada sesiapa lagi dalam talian? So kita akan ada interview lagi Alright, nampaknya itu saja. Race yang betul-betul menarik, betul-betul tegang, betul-betul stres, bukan saja pada pelumba tapi pada kita yang komen juga ini. Dan saya ada fahamkan sekarang kita dah ada winner untuk hadiah-hadiah menarik yang disajikan oleh kita punya official partner, itu MABO Racing Team, iaitu 3, seperti yang kita janjikan sebentar tadi, 3 orang yang bertuah akan memenangi hadiah-hadiah eksklusif daripada MABO Racing Team. Sekarang kita akan saksikan ni dah. Kita dah ada hadiah kat sini lah. Nama, tempat, bukan dia tak tempat pertama kedua, tetapi ada 3 hadiah eksklusif. Yang user ataupun subscribe, maafkan saya, viewers yang memenangi t-shirt adalah BBB. Maafkan saya kalau saya salah sebut. For now, tahniah anda memenangi t-shirt MABO Racing. BBB, okay. Orang zaman sekarang ni lain macam. Dan orang yang memenangi mark pula adalah Daniel Aquidin, dan juga memenangi lanyard bukan Iman Danish tapi Danish Hafizuddin. Tahniah pada 3 menang. Jangan lupa PM kita punya admin untuk menuntut hadiah anda. Kalau tidak, saya bawa balik Ipoh.
Yeah. And don't forget as well to let us know what your shirt size is, because we want to make sure you get the best possible version of this shirt for you guys. So yeah, congratulations.
Very exclusive lanyard, very exclusive t-shirt. Saya dah pakai. Dan very exclusive mark. Okay, kita juga ingin announce ataupun ingin menyatakan pada anda semua, kita ada special docu-series akan disajikan dalam masa terdekat ni. Kita akan announce bila akan ditayangkan ni dah. Kita ada satu trailer yang menarik untuk anda saksikan. Let's go.
Untuk jadi seorang driver yang nak sampai level tu, sebenarnya kena pandai baca data logger ataupun telemetri.
Masa tu tengah fighting for leading position, and then kena langgar dengan orang belakang, tak ada rezeki lah. So
dekat turn tu, sebab itu memang high risk punya turn lah. Tambah pula dengan first lap kan.
There's gonna be panic on the track right now where Roy Charles is driving like mad, trying to defend, trying to close all avenue of play. Now we are at Yokohama Bridge. Roy Charles is trying to press the metal to the pedal. He wants to get away far and wide.
Of course lah, culture shock. Pasal saya datang daripada racing, masuk iRacing, macam dua dunia berbeza.
Nak kawal dia punya top curve dia tu, memang sampai dekat top dia tu je, memang ada sliding. Orang panggil apa yang top steer tu kan.
Kita menggunakan platform yang lebih serius, iaitu platform iRacing, dan obviously dia akan menarik minat orang yang lebih serius untuk berlumba di dalam platform yang lebih, kata orang tu, lebih real lah.
Saya suka title tu, The Waking of the E-Racing. So guys, itu trailer yang menarik, iaitu docu-series yang menarik, satu-satunya di Asia menyajikan aksi-aksi yang menarik sepanjang musim ketiga Unity League iRacing. Jangan lepaskan peluang untuk menyaksikan. Kami akan umumkan bila pemenang docu-series akan ditayangkan. So, tamatnya perlumbaan pertemuan pusingan ketiga ni. Any final word from you, Victor?
I mean, I just got to say a huge thank you for everyone involved in this event, putting it all together. The production crew has been so hard at work, all weekend long, making sure everything ran as smooth as butter, and it really shows. I mean, great show we had today, and hopefully you guys will continue to bring the excitement weekend after weekend, and with more seasons to come. So thank you all so much for this.
Alright, dengan tamatnya pusingan ketiga, untuk pusingan keempat, macam semua sedia maklum, jadual yang kita ada, kita akan berehat seketika pada minggu hadapan, beri laluan kepada minggu hari raya, dan kita akan kembali untuk pusingan keempat pada 7 Mei, raya keempat, tengah mood raya lagi macam tu. So saya selaku host anda, Faizal Alang, ingin mengambil kesempatan mewakili XOX, ONEXOX dan juga semua partner dan juga MABO Racing Team, Qsara Printing, organizer kita Trumpet, Komanz Production, Pyko dan juga Pitstop TV, ingin mengucapkan kepada anda selamat Hari Raya, maaf zahir dan batin. So drivers, one more time.
Kita orang.
Alright, jom bagi sini tambah-tambah. 1, 2, 3. Alright, bye-bye guys. Have a good rest. Kita jumpa.
Selamat Hari Raya.
Nice. Q tak kena ni.
Oh, Q tak kena. Right, Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.
Tak ada rehearsal. Rehearsal tak buat ada sini.
Right bro.
Sure.
Dah habis ke?
Habis dah.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Kira kalau ada crash, kalau siapa, I nak minta maaf lah. Aduh.
Yeah, apologies on that time music.
Untuk jadi seorang driver yang nak sampai level tu, kan dia kena pandai baca data logger ataupun telemetri.
Masa tu tengah fighting for leading position, and then kena langgar dengan orang belakang, tak ada rezeki lah. So
dekat turn tu, sebab itu memang high risk punya turn lah, tambah pula dengan first lap kan.
It's gonna be panic on the track right now, where Roy Charles is driving like mad, trying to defend, trying to close all avenue of play. Now we are at Yokohama Bridge. Roy Charles is trying to press the metal to the pedal. He wants to get away far and wide.
Of course lah, culture shock. Pasal saya datang daripada race room, masuk iRacing, macam dua dunia berbeza.
Nak kawal dia punya top curve dia tu, memang sampai dekat top dia tu je, memang ada sliding. Orang panggil apa yang top steer tu kan.
Kita menggunakan platform yang lebih serius, iaitu platform iRacing, dan obviously dia akan menarik minat orang yang lebih serius untuk berlumba di dalam platform yang lebih, kata orang tu, lebih real lah.